Hey, wanna hear about someone that seems like they're on the borderline of insanity? No, not me reacting to Five Below and their $20 items. What the hell? I am, of course, talking about Paul McCarthy, well-known artist, not to be confused with the Beatles' own Paul McCartney, who is also an artist. Hey Ringo, look what I drew up. Wow, but I'm not Ringo, I'm actually George. Oh. Anyways, what's up with this Mr. McCarthy fellow? Well, aside from being mentioned by Kanye West himself on his story a year ago or so, he is an artist that was born on August 4th, 1945 in Utah. But this isn't an episode retelling about how he got his first prom date, no. This is about his artwork throughout the years, and, let's go ahead and check out one of his first notable pieces. I mean, someone would have to be impressed by a cube at some point, right? No. This isn't just a simple cube, it has ketchup in it. And, was made in 1970. Okay, that doesn't sound as impressive. Let me go ahead and explain the process of this cube, which is just a bunch of glass piled upon each other and had tons and tons of ketchup on each layer. Yuck. But I think that's the intention of the art project here. It gives me this visceral reaction to it, making me want to gag, especially with the ketchup puddle on the floor, making it look like blood or, some kind of bodily fluid. According to the book made by Robin Wolfs, there was even sticky bottles around the cube, which makes me think that people grabbed them and were grossed out by it. At least that's the implication that I get. And from here on out, this whole food motif is actually quite a recurring material for him. But yeah, this thing really grosses me out. Ugh. Want to see something even grosser? This right here is Bossy Burger, made in 1991, and hey, we actually get a video out of it.
What's that? What's this? You know what this is? What's that? What is it? What's this? Huh? What is it? This is a chair.
Oh. From my understanding of reading any information on it, it's about a really demented looking chef as he slaps raw meat and ketchup all over the everything really. The mask being worn here is actually of Alfred E. Newman. The Mad magazine mascot? Yeah, that. Apparently the set being used here, which is the diner, is from the show Family Affairs. Yeah, see, this entire thing here is actually kind of hard to even find any clear footage for. We have some photos here and there, and even a 10-minute or so section on YouTube to look at, but really the whole thing is apparently close to an hour long. I genuinely couldn't find any free to use, so you're just gonna have to settle with this. Originally, it was performed live, but its intention was always meant to be recorded in video. It seems to me that this is him making fun of the current state of fast food and this disgusting consumerism of it. With the usage of Alfred's face here, it comes off even more like him calling the people in charge of such food industries as buffoons. Yet there is something very sinister looking about his face that still reinforces that not everything is sunshine and rainbows behind the curtains. 4 years later, we got Painter in 1995 with an almost similar premise, not really, okay, sort of, not kind of. I actually remember watching this particular video like 2 years ago or so by accident. Damn autoplay. This time, instead of being this goofy looking chef, instead is a goofy looking painter. Hence the name Painter. Jeez, just look at this guy. He looks like he came out of a comic book strip with the bulbous nose and those giant Popeye hands. he kind of looks like Mark Emertrout. Like, just look at that. That's pretty funny. To complement this somewhat unnerving image of Mike Ehrmantraut, what? To complement this somewhat unnerving image, he's carrying around this comically huge brush and has these huge paint packets. Paint packets? Is that what they're called? I don't really care. For the first like 10 minutes or so, we just see this guy talking to himself, painting and making very off-putting sounds.
This is trying to listen, trying to move, trying to think about if interference, try not to think, fucking
So, just me after I drink a whole bottle of Gran Malo on a Monday night. Nothing special, honestly. The way he moves around and even talks reminds me of a child who's having fun at just the mere thought of painting. The further parallels to this is that once he actually starts painting, he just strikes the canvas with little to no thought.
Oh.
He even makes a mess with the paint, playing with the bucket itself and swinging it around.
De Kooning, yahoo! De Kooning.
He starts to even ignore the brush outright and even just starts painting with his gross hands on the canvas, and honestly he just paints on whatever the hell he touches. Hey, look at that, the ketchup motif is back.
Don't worry, we're doing okay. Okay, trying to mix that. No, I don't think so. I just don't feel bad about what I'm doing.
Okay, I really didn't like that. Anyways, every so often we see the painter complaining to this lady. I'm assuming a chief editor or, symbolically supposed to be some kind of like management or something like that, about how he is mistreated and not having been paid for his fantastic work, going on a tantrum about it.
I think you owe me a lot of money, don't you? You owe me a lot of money. I think you owe me a lot of money. You owe me a real lot of money. I know you owe me a lot of money, and I really want to get paid the money you owe me. I really want to get paid the money. Why don't you pay me the money you owe me? Why don't you pay me the money you owe me? I really want to get paid the money you owe me. Why don't you pay me the money you owe me? I want to get paid the money you owe me. I want to get paid the money you owe me. Oh, you told me you would pay me the money if I came down here. Why don't you write me a check now? I want to get paid the money you owe me right now. Why don't you pay me? What is this? What is it?
We can't have this.
No,
we can't have this. Now stop it.
I have a lot of deal, Bill.
We start to see a couple of other rooms now and there and even get the opportunity to read labels on the paint packets. This one just reads shit. There are two different points in the video where we have this couple being interviewed by this TV host, and my god, are these guys pretentious.
Fair once, didn't we?
And what sort of art have you been collecting?
We started to buy Elisitsky and then some Rothkos and Mike Kelly later on, and also some Lüpertz and Polkes, but only little drawings. We store them now.
And you're living here, and you're living where, in California now, or
in Santa Monica?
And you have most of your are they mostly paintings or sculptures or?
Going on about collecting art from Europe and such, and they just sound so snobby and entitled. Which, I mean, I guess is the point of it all, to poke fun at the type of consumers that exist, and or the reason why art has to have certain standards to be considered quote-unquote high art. We cut away to more scenes of him being a little freak. And the final and last clip is of the line of people waiting to enter inside a room. There we see the painter, named Bill. Well, yeah, we actually get a name for the painter. And the editor woman letting in a person. And yeah, he just kind of does that.
Yeah?
Yeah. Very nice.
Oh, I thought you'd like that.
Okay, what else do we have? Let's look around here. Yes. How about we look into his installation pieces? Those need some love too. Hey, check this one out. Yep. It's what you think it is. A Christmas tree. Okay. Yeah, it's just a huge butt plug. I mean, just look at that thing. There's no way you can't deny that it isn't. This was installed in France in a very prestigious place called the Place Vendôme. It was for the Paris International Contemporary Art Fair, and yeah, McCarthy admitted its shape is on purpose and he just found it humorous. This actually led to a sudden rise of butt plug purchases in France, which, holy shit, that is so funny to even think about. I mean, imagine being responsible for inciting people the thought of, damn, I wish I had a smaller version of that, but for my butt. That's hilarious. Now everyone in France is into anal. Good for them. Santa Claus with a butt plug. You know, it's weird that there is 2 Christmas themed items with butt plugs, but I mean, I ain't gonna kink shame the man. Originally made in 2001, there has been various different Santas scattered around the world. just saying that sounds so funny and terrifying even. With the first one being presented in the Netherlands, Rotterdam, I really don't know what else I wanted to even say about this aside from the fact this actually got a couple of protests to be removed from certain places, which I guess is fair enough. You don't want to give more people loving anal like in France. Just goddamn, just the idea of these guys everywhere is really funny to me. Want to see some real fucked up versions of Snow White 7 Dwarves? I mean 9 dwarves? They are clearly based directly on the Disney iterations of the dwarves. However, these are kind of like distorted versions of the beloved characters. With all of his works, this also has this tone of underlying cynicism and sinister vibe to it, something to make the viewer of these statues unsettled and feel kind of alienated by them. It becomes even more impactful because we know what these characters look like, we know what they're supposed to look like, and you know, viewing them in such a different and remixed form makes you ponder what kind of message is trying to be told here. Maybe it's gotta do that, I don't know, just a guess, right? Maybe it's gotta do that over the years, this movie and the characters have been distorted by our modern world, and we can only see them as some kind of consumer type product or something that we just toyed with over the years, and now they're just like husks of their former self. I mean, I don't know, I'm just throwing my hat in the ring. One thing is for sure though, is that they are very nightmarish to look at. Ish. Okay, well, what does all of this even boil down to? Well, okay, look, I'm not going to pretend to understand the inner mechanisms of this guy's mind, but I'll give it a go. I think he uses sexual innuendos as a way to make us feel very disgusted, and to try to convey this message and feeling that people have violated certain subjects. I mean, I feel pretty violated when I saw the guy sniffing his stinky dookie hole, and I'm pretty sure France felt offended that there was this huge tree with 30 asterisks in their vicinity. Here's some other pieces I didn't even talk about, like this. It's just a dick and a broom. Oh, it's actually just called that. But what does that even mean? And like, what am I even looking at here? God, someone passed the bleach over. I need to rinse my eyes out. He doesn't just use innuendos, however, as effective as that is. He also makes these mangled, disturbing, and unnerving pieces like the 9 dwarves, or like these masks here. Or hell, even like these sketches that he just has. These are pretty unnerving. Ugh. But, you know, it's like a very grim twist on child innocence being more and more corrupted. I will say these types of artworks have definitely influenced popular media, or at the very least, counterculture, subculture, punk culture. I say this because these type of pieces and artworks remind me of the type of stuff you would find at a Spencer's. And no, I don't mean just the butt plugs. I'm talking about the more surreal stuff you can just find there. Okay, which usually involve the usage of people's genitalia on it. It's pretty funny, actually. Not every single artwork of his needs to have this grand message. I mean, just look at the snail. It's just a really happy snail. Or this goofy looking tomato head. I mean, yeah, it has this genitalia thing again, but honestly, it's super funny and goofy to me. And I think he just wants to take a piss on whatever he finds humorous, and he has been quite successful at that, so good on him for standing his ground and all his bizarre ideas. Go away now.